Hey there, everyone. It's your girl, Seven. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's midweek motivation. These past few weeks, we've been talking about a little bit of everything from storms to pit stops. And just last week, we touched on being weary and learning to walk so that we can win. And this week's subject is pending payments. You're going to see me look down in my notes a little bit because I want to make sure that I stay on track. But welcome to Midweek Motivation. This is Hope on a Hump Day. You know, when I started thinking about pending payments, what do you have pending? What are you expecting to deposit into your account? And what have you been doing to make good on the deposits, or in the business world, as they reference it, for your return on your investment? That's right, because, there are certain things in our life that, truth is, we're waiting for our day when that deposit hits. I get excited when I think about deposits hitting. However, when I consider deposits, I also have to think about the pending status. When I begin to even look at this subject more and more, and just to be objective about it, of course, in a physical sense, I just kept thinking, what does the deposits, meaning the miracles we need in our life sometime, what are those deposits that we need to happen in our life so that we can grow stronger and we can be what we were purposed to be, because there's a slew of reasons or things that can leave us in the pending status. We're going to spend this week just focusing on some of the negative transactions that can affect our deposits, transactions such as worry. I can tell you now, worry will just keep you waiting. We've all been there where we're worried about some things that are out of our control that we can't do anything about. And so we just take away our peace worrying all the time. Again, worry will keep you waiting until you deposit faith. Your account's going to always be up and down, meaning your physical account. It's going to always be up and down, or worst case scenario, in the negative. You will find that your transactions are both positive and negative because you don't know how to properly balance. For example, taking your past experiences and placing them into your future expectation. Worrying, truth be told, gives us all something to do, but it doesn't get us anywhere. And so if you're worried about anything, stop worrying about stuff. As I always say, give it to God, go to bed, get some rest. Don't worry about it because ain't nothing you can do about it. Whatever's going to be, it's going to be anyway. So just like we realize that type of transaction gets us nowhere, wishing, there's several. Wishing to change the past, overthinking, consuming the opinions of others, and being entangled in other people's journey more than our own can block our deposits from coming into our life. I know that firsthand experience, just being involved in others' journeys sometimes too much. We're not focused on our own. Sure, we might like to be helpful. Sure, we might like to be there for others, but just make sure you're not so entangled in somebody else's journey that you're not focusing on your own, that you're not concerned or consumed by the opinions of others, and wishing to change the past, That's why I don't know. Like a lot of times when I talk to people, if we're reminiscing or we're going back to the past, I might touch on it lightly, but I don't live there anymore. The past for me is gone. I'm a new being. Whatever I used to do, I don't do anymore. Wherever I used to go, lots of those places, I'm sure I'm not going anymore. And maybe, things that I, used to be associated with or connected with, I may not be connected with anymore. So, we just have to understand and know when we're walking in a new thing that it's new. And, it's just new. So just rest in that. And then things that can increase our deposit from going from pending to posted is peace. You can deposit peace by, knowing what drains your peace, sticking to your boundaries. Too much of anything will wear you out. Too much of fun, too much of not fun, too much work. Lots of things. Too much of anything will wear you out. So you got to learn to balance now. And then going from pending to payment with doubt. When we doubt our abilities, it's often because we want to make room for leaving mistakes. However, mistakes, they help us learn and grow. So you've got to let it go. Like, you're going to make mistakes in life every day. I'm learning something, not intentionally, but because mistakes happen. And when mistakes happen, we just figure out how to fix it. We don't dwell there. But we figure out how to fix it and we figure out how to be better. And then also going from pending to payment in many areas of our life ultimately will leave us rich. And the deposits of what we need will be there. We've all felt that excitement when we know something's coming, however the deposit haven't hit. Prime example is tax time, when I used to get them. But Tax time has everybody on the edge of their seat. They're waiting to see if they owe. They're waiting to see if they're going to get something. And if you do know that you're getting something, you can't wait for that deposit to hit, because one, is something you weren't expecting. Two, it's extra. It's not normal. So you're excited. So I leave you guys with this. The next time you find yourself waiting, that means your impending status for that deposit, those things that you have believed for to hit, make sure your transactions are balanced and in order. Just like back in the days, we used to keep a checkbook when I first came along. You kept a checkbook and you balanced it. When all this going online and checking it every day, you balance your checkbook. But check for negative transactions. Yes, just like you check your bank account daily, make sure you're checking yourself daily. Do that same thing with your own personal account. Check for doubt, check for worry, check to see if worry or doubt has attempted to post in your life. It's so immediately dispute those transactions so that you can get your account in order. Protect your investment, by protecting your peace, and watch how you go from pending to posted in many areas of your life. The goal is to get balance by any means necessary. And a lot of things that we're focused on is what's holding us back from going from pending to posted in many different areas of our life. And so this is something that I'm still working on. I like to share my experiences because you guys get to watch me grow. 2022 has been all business for me because I'm serious more than ever about certain things and certain conditions that I'm believing for my life. And so, I just try to share what I go through and hopefully my experience and just how I'm seeing things can help someone. But it's been a pleasure to talk to you guys on this week. I'm grateful for being still faithful in those things that have been called forth as purpose over my life. As I said on last week, it's a new season full of so many possibilities, so many things you can do, so many ways that you can leave legacy, not only for yourself, but for your family. And so we've got to get busy and making those deposits in our life so that we can be all that we can be and we can continue to win. So I hope that everyone has an amazing rest of your week. Continue to go out and be great, all while doing some amazing things. This has been your girl 7. And guess what? I'll see you soon.